Hello gurus and welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. We're going to jump into charts for Bitcoin, predict what's going to happen. Still holding this major trend line. Amazingly. Oh, I'm very sunburned. I'm here in Peru. I'm about to go to Machu Picchu, which is going to be freaking awesome. And I got sunburned pretty quickly. Bitcoin is still holding onto that trend line, which is, in my opinion, amazing. It's being manipulated, definitely. A group of people are holding it above the 41K. Now the question is, can they hold it up above this 41K long enough for it to bottom out, people to get bullish and start piling back into Bitcoin? Or do they at some point give up or run out of money and Bitcoin drops down to the 30K? A lot of people now, I wouldn't say a lot actually, some people like me are waiting for the 30K. But before it was very few, but now people are waiting for the 30K. That make me believe that they might not let it get down to 30K. So we're going to jump into technicals, see what's going to happen to Bitcoin. Make sure down there you smash up the thumbs up button, subscribe to this video, join my 67,000 subscribers. And I'm going to show you information about Magicraft. I'm the founder of a play-to-earn game called Magicraft. It's valued right now at around $8 or $9 million market cap. Fully diluted around $300 million. Volume of around 2 million. But what's interesting is yesterday Blizzard got bought out by Microsoft. Blizzard is a gaming company. They got bought out for $70 billion. And Blizzard is not yet working on play-to-earn games. And that's where I think the future is going. So it's just showing you how powerful the gaming industry is. 3 billion people around the world play games. And right now, Microsoft just bought Blizzard for $70 billion, one of the biggest acquisitions ever before. And now imagine play-to-earn game, the bridge of, so what play-to-earn game is, it means you can play games and actually earn money. The money inside the game is real. For example, in Magicraft, it's MCRT, which is valued at around just under 3 cents. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. To the technicals for Bitcoin, Bitcoin's holding and the altcoins just kind of staying there. Everything's slightly around even. Uber down 7% yesterday. I actually bought Uber on that drop. One Harmony down 6%, Palantir down 6%, which is a stock. CRV down 4%. A lot of the stocks dropping quite strongly yesterday, but the altcoins kind of steady after yesterday's drop. But we're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. Now, it's looking actually bullish now at the moment, even though it should have dropped here. So what you're looking at is a 2-year time frame of Bitcoin. You're watching Bitcoin move over 2 years here. We can zoom out further and you can see it move over a longer period of time. But this goes back to 2020 when it was at 9K, went 64K, 29K, 67K, now sitting at 42K. Volume is coming in, a lot of it. Volume predicts price. And now that volume is building up like this and we're holding this position, I'm quite amazed that we're holding this trend line. So this is a 2-year trend line. It's a very strong support here at the 41K. You can see here it was a support, here it was a support, here in October was a support, in July it was a resistance, in May it was a resistance, in 2021, May a resistance, a support in February 2021, and a resistance in January 2021. So you can see this line is a very strong support. Now the longer a price touches this line or bounces off there, the more times it bounces, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 11 times. The more times it touches this line, the more action that's happening at this, the stronger that support or resistance becomes, the more powerful it becomes. So right now we're at a very, very strong support. And that makes sense that Bitcoin is holding so strongly here. Even though technically it should have dropped here. This is a big head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Very bearish pattern that should have broke to the downside, at least taking us down to 29K. But Bitcoin is holding here, which I'm amazed by it. Someone is manipulating it to hold it up. It should have, look how exactly touching this blue trend line. If anyone doubts technical analysis, you've seen, if you've been watching my videos for the last many months, you've seen that this blue line has existed for a long time. And look how exactly Bitcoin is bouncing off this blue line. Multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wicking back up. It's being held up. Stochastic now is turning from oversold, heading up. A lot of volume coming in. And we're getting big bottoming wicks here. Bitcoin could actually be bottoming here. They might actually be able to hold it up. I'm very surprised by that, but it looks like they are. Let's turn on EMA ribbons. We're still below the moving average, the EMA ribbons. It's going to try to retest the EMA ribbons. Bitcoin at any moment could break up. The more they hold it here without it dropping, if it doesn't drop here, the more it builds pressure here, the more that it becomes a strong support, the more that people will start piling on and we could get a quickly explosive up. But if it does break, 29K would be the target. So it's quite a dangerous place to open a long or a short right now, in my opinion, until it chooses the direction. And I would go heavy long here. Really, here would be a very nice place to go heavy long. Why? Because if you were buying Bitcoin up here, I sold everything up here on November 11th, exactly the top at 69K. Buying it down here at 42K is on a huge discount. The only problem is because of this giant head and shoulders. If this giant head and shoulders pattern wasn't here, I would be buying a lot of Bitcoin here. I do dollar cost average and buy $1,000 a day. On average, I accumulate Bitcoin separate to my trading. But to go heavy long and heavy trades here, we need to get a confirmation of a strong bounce from here. And at the moment, Bitcoin is still trending down. You can see for the last few months, the trend is still heading down. Let's see what else we're seeing. The VPVR at this 40, we've got a very strong support here at 35K. We have very strong support and resistance here at the 42, 41K. And we have a big resistance at 48K. So if Bitcoin does turn up here, 48K will be that strong resistance that it needs to try to break through. 48K will be a very big resistance here to get through, and that will be a big test. In my opinion, it looks like Bitcoin could be holding. It should have dropped yesterday when it came back down to this trend line, but look at it, it's bouncing off strongly each time it comes down. Yesterday, today, touching it, bouncing straight back up. So in my opinion, Bitcoin is going to hold here. Let's go into the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly, stochastic heading up with volume. It broke out of this descending wedge. It's kind of looking like Bitcoin could have bottomed here, everyone. This is a descending triangle, sorry. This one here, it builds pressure and explodes to the direction of the trend to the base of the wedge. And it looks like it's breaking to the upside. Let's check out the squeeze mob. Squeeze mob is now turning green. It went from red to green. Money flow index is starting to head up. Money is starting to come into Bitcoin now. So in my opinion, this could be actually the bottom of Bitcoin. It's really surprising it's holding here. And it's actually making bottom formation. If we go into the hourly, stochastic is heading up, volume coming in, and this is a bottom formation. This one here, it's kind of this curved lines here. Let me zoom in. This one, it looks like it's a bottoming formation. So Bitcoin could actually be bottoming here. But the problem is, again, to go heavy long, it looks like Bitcoin is going to hold. But the thing is, if it goes long and it traps a lot of bulls, and they go long, and then Bitcoin breaks this trend line, then it can drop very strongly. The question is, can they hold it above this trend line? What I think is going to happen is we're going to come down to 44,000, come back down to 42,000, then 28th of January, we're going to make the decision to either break up to the upside with a lot of volume or break down to the downside. So at the moment, I would say that target most likely is going to be here, 44,487. I'm actually going to make a small long here with a very tight stop just below this support, just below 40,400. So I'll go long on Bitcoin here. So I'm going to open a long. I'm going to show you how I'm going to open the long and where I would open the long. So underneath this video, if you'd like to trade like you're going to see me do, underneath this video, in the description, so under your video, you'll see it on your phone. You can hit this thumbs up button. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video. Hit the subscribe button. Join my 67,000 subscribers. Click the join button to follow my live trades. And if you want to trade Bitcoin, I've got a Bitcoin trading Bybit link down below. I'm going to use Bybit. I'm going to show you how. If you want to as well, go down below, click this link, and then sign up to Bybit. And then you get a sign-up bonus of 4,100 USD when you deposit Bitcoin in there. I've also got a Bybit Bitcoin trading tutorial that teaches you how to do this, and you can take the cryptocurrency master course with my almost 6,000 students to learn what I'm teaching here. So I'm going to go long on Bitcoin on Bybit. So on Bybit, you can see in my account, I've got $101,410, 2.4 Bitcoin. It's all USDT, 96,800 of USDT. Casta, I've got around $2,000 of Casta. I actually have more than $1 million of Casta. I'm very bullish Casta. I've got no trades open, so I'm going to open a trade now. So I'm going to set my trade. And remember, when you want to, before you open any trade, as I teach in the course, you need to know exactly where you're going to take profit, exactly where you need to know the trade before you open the trade. You're spending most of your time doing the technical analysis before you ever open a trade. Opening the trade is just a small portion of what you do, like 10%. The rest of the time, you're planning your trades. So before I make a trade, I'm actually exactly planning what I'm going to do with the trade. So this is my plan. I'm going to go long. I'm going to open a Bitcoin trade right now, 42,238. I'm going to set a stop loss below this main support here. As you can see, just below where it bounced off. See how it bounced here? It bounced here, it bounced here, it bounced here. So my stop loss is just below that line. So I'm risking $1,795 to make $2,338, a 1.3 ratio trade. Now, it's not an amazing ratio trade, but the reason I want to take this long is because I think it'll come here, and if it comes here and I've got this long open, it can break out. And if it breaks out there, I will add massive to the trade, because that's the point that I'm looking for when Bitcoin goes very bullish, a break of this big descending wedge, a descending triangle. And why that's a big one is when I zoom out, you can see that this is the main downtrend line. This one here. See this giant descending wedge, descending triangle? So when Bitcoin breaks, see how it's tested it, failed. Once it goes up to test it, if it breaks out here, that will go very bullish. So this point here is where Bitcoin turns very bullish. So that's how I'm going to open up my trade. Now I'm going to set my trade. Again, if you want to make trades like you're seeing me do, underneath this video, go down to this Bybit link, Bitcoin Trading Bybit, sign up, 4,100 sign up bonus, and then you're going to get this account and you can start trading. So I'm going to open a long here, $1,000 long, a small one just to get started. Opening a long, $1,000 on Bitcoin, open long, and I'm going to set my take profit and stop loss now. So I'm going to set my take profit at 44,000. Let's check the charts. 44,513, 44,500, and I'm going to put my take profit, my stop loss. So my take profit's at 44,500, and my stop loss is at 40,380. 40,380. Here, 42,400, stop loss 40,300, and 44,500 is my take profit. Now, it's not an amazing trade. It's almost break even from profit or loss, but it sets me up that if we do break out here, then I'm going to add massive to that long position. If it gets rejected here, then I'm going to close the trade, assuming we come back to that blue trend line and then break out towards the 29th of January. And this trade is assuming that this blue trend line doesn't break. If it does break, then my stop loss will automatically hit and close the trade at this support 1 line. So that's the trade, and I'm going to set it, confirm. So now my trade is set. It's up now $7 since I opened the trade, 0.7%. The trade is already set. So that's the trade that I'm taking for Bitcoin. Also, alts now, if Bitcoin can hold here, alts can go very bullish. So I'm going to buy some alts right now. I think I'm going to buy some BIT USD, because Bitcoin is holding here. BIT had a big bounce yesterday. Look at that, it exactly hit my alert line yesterday on yesterday's downtrend. It's looking bullish on the hourly. It's looking bullish on the 4 hourly with a lot of volume. It's looking bullish on the daily. I'm going to add to my BIT position here. So I'm going to spot buy BIT. So BIT, B-I-T, I'm going to start off buying $5,000 worth of BIT. I slowly enter back into the market. $5,000. BIT USDT actually. BIT. So BIT is buy Bitcoin, and I really like BIT. BIT USDT, and I'm going to buy $5,000 worth of BIT. And I'm going to set my limit order, buy BIT, confirm, done. I just bought $5,000 worth of BIT, so now in my account I have 101,451, and I've got USDT now of 92,000, and I've got, it hasn't refreshed right now, 1 second. Still waiting to refresh, and I've also got $5,000 worth of BIT in here. It's just not refreshed yet, which is beautiful. So that's what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin. Magicraft right now is also having a bit of a bounce back. It's now sitting at, this is Magicraft MCRT. It's ranked 3,296, 9,400 people's watch list. It's sitting at 2 cents, 2.5 cents right now. The market cap is 8.9 million. Fully diluted, it's 258 million, but that's when all tokens are live. That won't happen for many years. The market cap is currently 8.9 million. Volume is just under 1 million, the 24-hour volume. And it's on a major support right now at the 25 cents here. It's been sitting at this 25 cents for quite a few days since Bitcoin dropped. And you can buy Magicraft MCRT on these exchanges, MEXC, PancakeSwap, Bitmart. These are the exchanges where you can buy Magicraft, which is beautiful. So that's my update. That's what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin. I just went long. I just bought $5,000 a spot position on BIT, but I'm going to be careful and enter slowly. Also, Magicraft MCRT is having a MEXC giveaway, 1 million MCRT up for grabs on their hold and earn event. That's starting today on MEXC exchange. They've got a lot of, you are amazing. Keep it up. We need to you and your energy. Bitcoin and Ethereum, small cap altcoins, and Elmo. Altcoins doing their thing, Bitcoin crashing in. That's what happens a lot, actually. That's why we've got to be a bit defensive, because if Bitcoin breaks, my man keeps making me tons of money. Checking my portfolio 800 times a day. Everyone knows the same. You're really changing my life. I gain so much knowledge from your videos. Thank you, everyone. That's my update. That's what I think is going to happen. If Bitcoin keeps holding here, the more it's holding here and the more time it tries to break this resistance but fails the break, the more confident the market's going to be. Normally, the more times a trend line is tested, the more if it bounces off and the more times it's tested and successfully holding, it means the trend line is stronger and it's going to hold. So we've tested it quite a few times now. If it breaks, then it would be very bad because it would be a quick nuke down. But in my opinion, it seems to be holding. They're not letting it drop below that trend line, which is absolutely amazing in this head and shoulder position. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hit the subscribe button, smash up the thumbs up button. This is James from Soccer, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.